Welcome everyone. This video is going to get a lot of hate because today we're going to look at layer ones. We're going to wrestle with some strong communities here, I'm sure. I'm going to be very conservative in this list, so keep that in mind. We got a huge list, so let's just start. We're going to start off with BNB. I actually think this is a decent layer one, has okay speed, low fees. The only thing that can be both a good thing and a bad thing is its connections with Binance. Binance has been in some controversies. They're banned in some countries. However, as long as Binance remains the ultimate tier 1 listing, this layer 1 is not going anywhere. Whether we'll see a 10x, I'm not so sure about that. Already has a huge market cap. I'll put this at 3x. Next up, we got Hbar. I don't think this is a good investment. It's old. I used to like this. Not so much anymore. Extremely centralized. Tokenomics are not really that good. Already listed on a ton of exchanges. Just looking at the chart, especially sorted by market cap here, Hbar is going to need a lot of money in order to form a new all-time high, to be honest. So I'm going to give this a 3x, same as BNB. Sui, I think this one has a lot of potential. Fast, safe. Some of the team members have worked with Facebook. Okay tokenomics, centralized. I know there are some projects building on it. It's still quite new, doesn't have the biggest market cap. By all means, a good project. I think it will do well. So I'll give this a 10x. Alephium, really bullish on this project. I've talked about it numerous times. This one has been dipping quite a bit, and I think this is a very good accumulation zone for Alephium. Team is very, very competent. No BS. I think this can do a 30x. Very good risk to reward play. Polkadot, speaking of risk to reward, this is not a good risk to reward play. I think this is a ghost chain. For DOT to even come close to its all-time high again, it's going to take a lot. I would much rather just invest in some of these other chains here that are going to pump because they've proven that they can. So Polkadot, I used to love this. I had a big bag of DOT in 2021, but not anymore. Better risk to reward plays are out there. I'm going to give this a 3x, though it might lean towards 5x. But I'm going to be conservative. Like I said, I'm going to give this a 3x. Next up, we got Tron. Tron is layer 1 that has been performing extremely well over the last quarters. People are starting to build on it. We got meme coins. We're going to get a lot of gaming projects. It has close ties with Telegram. It already has an insanely high market cap though, but I'm still going to give this a 5x. Algorand, not so bullish on this. Chart is not looking too good. Same with like Hbar and DOT. They just didn't perform as well as they should have during this earlier rally here. Can probably still do a 5x though, but I'm not going to give it more than that. Next up, we got Aptos. Now with Aptos, I place it in the middle between the ghost chains here and some of the top tier ones. Extremely good funding. The famous Pikachu chart looks a bit weird to me, I gotta be honest, but it also launched at a time where Pikachu chart would be justifiable. With the ears here, I'm going to put Aptos at a 10x actually, just barely though, but it's definitely not the worst here. Like I said, somewhere in the middle. If you hold this, you'll do just fine. Next up, we got Caspa, OG Caspa. If you've been following the channel, you know that this is one of my highest conviction picks for this cycle, like all around. Fair launch, no pre-mine, Caspa Ecosystem Foundation are going to help with funding. This, in my opinion, has a pretty safe 10x from these levels. Could absolutely go higher, but a 10x would be very, very achievable for Caspa. This is one of those projects that are going to be relevant not just in this cycle, but for years to come, in my opinion. ADA. If you're holding this, you're part of a cult. Same thing with the next one here. I don't care. Give me a dislike. You're part of a cult. And a cult doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But when the cult has a chart like this since 2022, it's bad. But it could have been worse, which we'll see in just a second here. But it's really sad. Charles Hoskinson is a really competent guy. There's no doubt about that. But honestly, if I'm being honest, I think he has a bit of an ego that is going to get away of further necessary development for Cardano and sort of directing it in the right direction. It's sad, but I think that's what it is. Cardano is getting a 3x. From one cult to the other. XRP, this is probably worse. One of my followers on Twitter, by the way, follow my Twitter. You get to see gems like these. One of my Twitter followers said it perfectly. He quoted a guy from CoinMarketCap who said the following: holding XRP since 2022, almost up 30%. Next up, $100. Let's be serious. I've been fighting with SAC for years. And of course, I respect the fight because you're fighting not only for XRP, but you're fighting for the entire crypto space. I really, really respect that. But I don't think this will do more than a 3x. I'm sorry. Tectum, Covered this a lot on my channel. A really underrated project, both a layer 1 and a layer 2 with a soft node component. Fastest layer 1 in the entire crypto space with 3.5 million transactions per second. Like I said, this is criminally undervalued. I think this can do easy 30x from this market cap, like easy. I don't think that's any problem at all. It could go way higher, especially from where we got in the VIP Discord, but a 30x for Tectum at these levels I think is very achievable. Solana, heavily centralized. The network has been down, what is it now? Double digits, and still I'm very bullish on this. Why? Institutions, they absolutely love Solana. They don't care. And together with ETH and BNB, this is a chain people build projects on. It's going to stay relevant for a long time, and I still think this has, let's see from the market cap today, for this cycle, I think this still has a 5x. That's more than 350 billion in market cap. I think this actually can do this. For what I've seen it be able to do, I remember this rally here. No one predicted it to go as high as it did, and we're going to get a Solana ETF eventually. So a 5x for Solana, I think that's very feasible. Next up, we got Tron. I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Haven't seen anything noteworthy being built on it. Ever since 2022, it's done like a 2x. This is not a good play in my opinion. I'll give this a 5x, but there are much better plays. Avalanche, again, good chain. A lot of really cool projects are being built on it. You got, for instance, Trap and Off the Grid, which I think are both really good gaming projects. You also got a ton of meme coins. I do believe Solana is front running this. Having said that, I do believe we'll see an Avalanche ETF sooner or later. Maybe this cycle, maybe next cycle, but I don't think this chain is going to fall off like some of the other ones on this list. So I'll give this a 10x for this cycle. Say is a very centralized project, but if you've been following the channel, you know I do not care so much about centralization as long as the team knows what they're doing and as long as there is an incentive to buy. But it being more centralized, it also attracts institutions. This project has huge backers already. Be aware both the team allocation and the private investor allocation is starting to get unlocked in the middle of August this year, if I remember correctly. But other than that, this is a good project. I'm going to give this a 10x. Bitcoin, I think somewhere around 100K. I don't really think it matters too much unless you're holding a big bag of Bitcoin. I don't think we need this to go any higher than 100K for alts to pump either. So less than 3x, around 100K. I think that's more enough to see an altcoin season. Injective is a really good project, highly interoperable, chart is looking very strong. A new all-time high can re-reach for this one in no time. I'll give this a 10x. I'll make a video about this in the not so distant future. Finally, we got ICP. I don't like this. I honestly think it was a money grab. The tech might be really good, but when I saw the investors, I knew immediately that I wasn't going to buy this project. Investors earn a lot of money on this, and it resulted in probably the worst crypto chart, taking into account how high this is in market cap. This looks like a meme coin chart, not gonna lie. But like I said, good tech. However, I don't think we're ready for ICP to do more than a 3x this cycle. Very conservative, I know, but a 3x for ICP. If you want to connect with me, see my portfolio, have me look at your portfolio, provide some guidance on how you can turn these next couple of weeks or months into the biggest financial gain of your life, then join the VIP Discord, link in description. There are limited spots at this price. Hope to see you there. Take care and stay safe.